Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to be doing a get ready with me. I don't really know what I'm getting ready for, but I'm getting ready for something. I think I may, my mom had asked me yesterday if I wanted to go to Belk. It's a shopping, it's a department store, and she asked me if I wanted to go, and she wants to get her some jeans, and I said sure. I'm always up for going, tagging along while she shops. So I may do that, and I absolutely know I need to, I need my mirror first off, that I need to go, and if I'm looking over here, it's because that's where my mirror is at. I need to go and wash some clothes, you know, just stuff like that. I'm still using, you know, when winter gets here, I'm gonna have to change my foundation up, but I'm still using this Merle Norman, and I really like it. I really do. So I'm not gonna put on too much makeup because obviously I got on a ripped shirt. This is my Minnie Mouse shirt that I had gotten, a t-shirt, and this is the hottest t-shirt, so I kind of made it not so hot. I don't know why this t-shirt is so hot. I think it's made out of cotton, but damn, it's hot. And it is going to be 98 degrees today, as per usual. I'm telling you, I don't think this weather is ever going to cool off. I think in the next week or so it might go in the lower 90s, but dang y'all, it's so hot and humid. So, and I woke up in a pool of sweat this morning. Hot flashes, night sweats, whatever you want to call them. That was pleasant. So I need to wash my sheets, and yeah, I can't figure out how many covers are enough or how many covers are too much. If you guys know what I mean. I don't even sleep under a blanket. I mean, I have air conditioning. I have air conditioning. I have a lot of people ask me if I have air conditioning. Yes, I have air conditioner, but it doesn't matter when the hot flashes are coming from the inside out. It doesn't matter what you have your temperature, your air conditioner on. If you're having a hot sweat, you're going to sweat. Or a night sweat, you're going to sweat. So I'll go from, I usually just sleep under a couple of sheets. I have a couple of sheets so I can, you know, doubled up so I can throw one off or put one back on, or you know how it is, you wake up and sweats and you throw your cover off and then you're cold and you put the cover back on. I do that all dang night. So who knows. I found something that I'm gonna order, and I'm not gonna say right now what it is because I have no idea if it's gonna work. So when I start it and find out if it's going to work, I will absolutely let you guys know. So, I just got to have some kind of relief. Some kind of relief. Let me fix this lighting, man. Not to mention, I got someone across the way that is, I don't know if they can see my apartment, but they're looking. Hold on. My blind's a little bit. That lighting's better, I think. But like I said, I do have to go wash some clothes and sheets and stuff like that. It's not rained here in, I want to say, almost a month. So we do have a huge drought thing going on, which is never good. Guys, I'm going to tell y'all a story. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all a story, okay? This is how ridiculous I am, okay? It was probably about a month ago, something like that. There's this older gentleman, I use that term like loosely. There's this older man that lives across the way over there. And, you know, we saw each other in the mail room, you know, checking the mailboxes, whatever. And I know he has some health stuff going on. And he looks a little bit frail, to be honest with you. But I don't know if that's an act. I really don't know. He's talked to me a couple of times, and I get the feeling that he's a little bit wild, you know, as far as him partaking in some things, and which that's his business. I don't judge anybody for what they do as long as they don't do it to me. I don't care. Or anybody else, you know, anything bad to anybody. But anyway, he told me that he had to go to the grocery store, right? And asked me if I could take him. And you guys know I barely go to the grocery store myself, which is always something I don't want to talk about to strangers, you know. So I didn't tell him that I don't like to go to the grocery store and only go when I have to. But, you know, it wasn't just that. It was just that I didn't really want to ride in the car with him because I don't know him, right? And so he was like, well, I really need to get my medicine from the drugstore, and I know the drugstore he's talking about he uses is just right down the road. And so I said, he asked me if he could use my car. I think y'all know where this is going. So I told him, I said, yes, you can, but I have to be somewhere in, you know, 30 minutes. So make sure, you know, you're back within 30 minutes. Do y'all think he was back in 30 minutes? No, he was not back in 30 minutes. He was gone in my car for 5 hours. 5 hours. When he got back, I was furious, beside myself, furious. Because I live over here by myself, I didn't want to, you know, straight up, I was going to call the police, really, if it had been going on if it had went on any longer than that, or if he'd have kept it any longer than that, I was going to call the police. But I didn't. And he got back, and I was, like I said, furious. And so I told him, I said, I can never let you drive my car again. I was worried, I was scared that you'd been in a wreck. I would have been responsible, I'm sure. And so he apologized, and he'd never do it again, blah, blah, blah. And I can't get this eyebrow on right for nothing. But anyway, he apologized, yada, 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 all that mess. And then, I mean, he did put gas in my car. That was the only good thing about it. So anyway, he knew I was mad, obviously. And he's come over, when he saw me out on the porch, he's come over a few times just to sit out on the porch and, you know, well, he'll just pull up a chair, right? He just pulls up a chair. He lives right over there. He's out on his porch right now. Appears looking over here this way. But me and Levi got up early this morning. Levi got up early, so of course I had to get up early as well. And so this is the eyeliner I want to use. Yeah, this is the eyeliner that pokes me in the eyeball. But it's the only thing I got right now, so I'll have to make it work. But he come over this morning and said, oh, I just want a drink. Well, first he asked me if I wanted to go get a biscuit. And I said, no, I don't eat breakfast. And then he told me all the reasons why I should eat breakfast. And then he just stayed, and he stayed, and he just talked, and he talked. And I'm not sure that he wasn't on something. I mean, you know, I hate to be mean to anybody. I hate to be rude. I don't like confrontation. My ears are tore up. I don't like confrontation. I try to avoid it as much as I can. I don't want to let anybody take advantage of me though. And so when he came over this morning, one of the chairs on my porch was sitting close to my door. Yesterday afternoon I moved it because the shade was closer to my porch, so I moved the chair. Anyway, he sat down in that chair, and it was like I couldn't make my way into the door, if that makes sense. Levi was out there. He was barking, as he always does. But, you know, Levi's like, if you got a pork chop in your pocket, I'm your best friend. So, you know, he's not going to bite anybody, which I would, you know, I wouldn't want him to. Well, in certain circumstances, I would want him to. But anyway, he wants me to take him to the store today. And I'm just not doing it. I mean, I am just not doing it. This is just a light pink color. I don't know why it's showing up so dark on camera. But I told him, well, first, when we were sitting out there for such a long time, I mean, I'd only had 1 cup of coffee. And in the mornings, generally, I like to sit out with Levi, drink my coffee in peace, and just not talk. You know what I mean? I'm not a morning person. I don't like to converse with anybody first thing in the morning. You know, now, of course, you know, if it's my mom or somebody I know well, that's a different story. But I just didn't want to converse with him that early in the morning. And, or anybody, no offense to him, but anybody. And so I was just felt like I was stuck out there on my own porch. And the maintenance, one of the maintenance men that, I mean, he just loves Levi, and he'll stop and play with Levi for a little while every day almost, or at least every morning before he has to get to work. But he told me, he said, don't, you know, Sharon, don't ever let him use your car. Don't let him come over here. You know, but what do you do? What do you do? Do you just say, you know, do you just, I was out there already, so I didn't have any choice. If he'd have come to the door, I wouldn't have answered the door. But, you know, you hate to not be able to go out on your own porch, you know what I mean? But anyway, long story short, and that's probably too late. It's already been a long story. But he asked me to take him to the store, like I said, and I'm not again today, and I'm not doing it. So, therefore, like I said, he's sitting out there on his porch right now. I can see him right over there. And it's like he keeps looking over this way, because what I actually done was I had my phone in my lap, and I texted Richard and I said, can you call me? And so he did, and I put him on speaker, and then that way the man heard his voice and knew that I had a man on the phone. And so I said, I have to take this phone call. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll let you go. And still kept talking, you know, Richard heard him, still kept talking and was like, well, you need to come take me to the store, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to do nothing. I need to do what I need to do. But that's the thing. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me. Do I just trust too much? Is that what the deal is? I would have never ever thought in a million years that he would have stayed gone in my car for 5 hours. You know, I was panicking, literally panicking. But I have to, you know, I don't guess it's his fault. I have to ask myself why. Why, Sharon, would you do that? Why would you allow somebody to make you feel that way? Why would you allow somebody to make you feel uncomfortable in your own home? You know, why would you tolerate that? I hope this lipstick's not going to be too dark. I have a feeling it is. It's dark. I won't keep it on for too long. But, yeah, just made me feel real uncomfortable. So, I guess I have to, but I do know that I'm afraid that if I say, you know, something too rude, like, leave me alone, I don't want nothing to do with you, blah, 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 you know, too mean, that, who knows, you know, I'm a little afraid that of the consequences, I guess. I mean, I know he's got a grandson and people that come over to his apartment, and I'm not trying to make an enemy, you know, I'm not trying to make an enemy. I just have to figure out the nicest way to say, leave me alone. That's what I have to do. And I don't want to tell the apartment management because I don't want to get, I mean, you know, I ain't trying to make anybody lose their apartment, which they wouldn't do that anyway. But if they were to say anything to him, it's my place to handle it. You know, it's my place to handle it. Try to handle it as diplomatically as I can, and try to make him understand that I'm not here for whatever it is that he is looking for, whether it be a ride, whether it be somebody just to talk to. I know that his daughter lives close by. He said, like I said, his grandson's around. He's got people around him, and they can take him to the store. And I don't want that to sound mean. I don't want it to sound like I don't have feelings, like, you know, I just don't want it to sound like I don't have a heart, because, you know, I feel bad for anybody that don't have a ride, because God knows I've been there, I'm still there when it comes to not having a ride to long, you know, distances. But, I just don't think that I should be even, you know, talking to him. And that's my first instinct. And like I said, we need to follow our instinct. I just don't think I should be talking to him. And especially not, I certainly won't let him drive my car. And so, there's that. Now, I did fill out the application. I haven't sent it back yet. I'm still working on trying to get my income. You know, anytime you're self-employed, you have stuff that, you know, you don't have like a W-2, but, or a weekly paycheck stubs or anything like that. So I'm trying to get that all together. And I'm going to take that to them Monday. But I mean, I know there's always going to be something, somebody, you know, that, you know, I mean, that's always going to happen. But this right now, I have to definitely nip in the bud before it gets out of hand. I feel like I want to wear a little bit of highlight today. I don't think I have any highlight right here. I know I have some in my, wonder if that would work. This is the just eyeshadow. I wonder if that would work. That looks a little bit too gold. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. I'm not going to use that. That looks too gold. Let's see if I got a lighter color in this palette. This is that's a more of a whitish, not goldish. This is Essential palette that I got from my BoxyCharm last time. And I am going to see if I can't put on just a little bit of highlight. This lighting was terrible, y'all. I'm sorry. But I'm just going to try. Oh, it looks like I already got some on, but I don't. Maybe that's my natural glow. Oh, I don't have a natural glow. My skin's got a natural glow because it's oily. And once this 100-degree heat hits, I do get a natural glow for real. I just don't know about wearing highlight at my age. It accentuates the wrinkles and fine lines and every such thing. But anyway, I certainly don't want to draw attention to my nose. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. That was fast. It didn't take me no time. I washed my hair in the purple shampoo today. It was looking kind of brassy and yellow. And I think I'm just going to let it air dry because I really don't want to put any heat on it today. So anyway, guys, I will definitely be giving you guys an update on the stuff that I ordered for hot flashes. And it's natural, you know, it's natural stuff. It's just got from what I've seen, it's got the black xoxo and the other stuff that is supposed to be good for you as far as menopause goes, that kind of stuff in it. But I will be letting you guys know how that works once I try it enough to see. And anyway, guys, I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.